Hey peoples, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now you guys, to be honest, it has been a while since I've actually filmed, and you wouldn't suspect it because, like I'm a smooth criminal in these social media streets. But I just been focusing on me, girl. Like I just been doing me and just like, chilling, honestly. And I'm saving up, being a hard worker, trying to go to Lollapalooza with one of my friends. And just been doing me. It just is what it is, and things happen. But there's been a lot of things that I've accumulated throughout the past few days that has happened, and I really want to come on here and talk about it because why not? I always come on here and give out the truth of the matter what's going on in this world. So if you want to keep on watching, keep on watching. Let's get started. So, you guys, the first thing I really want to get into is the Jordan and Neely situation that has happened, and you guys probably already know about this, but I'm going to come on here and give my opinions on it because, like, that's what you come here to watch me for, bitch. You want to see what Bruce is thinking today. I'm gonna give it to you. So, we already know about the story about Jordan and Neely coming onto the train, and he was acting crazy, which he has been reported to be crazy a lot of times. We're gonna get into it. And he was talking about how he doesn't care if he go to jail, he doesn't care if he's alive. People were getting scared on the train about saying they choked him. Done. Like he didn't die on the train, which people are trying to say. These news articles are trying to say. He died at the hospital, which is really unfortunate, you guys. Like I'm not the type of person to, you know, really be sobby and this and that. Like I'm not. But to be honest, as I kept learning more about Jordan Neely and his background and how insane he became from before, it really tuggles my heartstrings a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like that, pitting that man in a chokehold for 15 minutes isn't long. I think it's very long. I thought that it was very long. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was they were saying that like he was still being resistant and still kicking around. But I'm like, if you put someone in a chokehold, of course it's gonna fucking kick around. It is what the fuck it is. I've actually been in a chokehold before in school. I'm not gonna elaborate why and this and this and that. I don't want to go back in the past, but you are going to kick. You are going to scream. You are going to move around. I'm so sorry to let you know that, but it is what it is. But I understand if someone was coming onto a train and was to, say things like that and being very crazy and causing chaos on the train, maybe I would probably do the same thing, but I probably wouldn't like do it as long as the man did. But I don't think that this man was was lynched or like it was this is a racist. This was motivated by racism, what AOC likes to say, and many other people online like to say, which I totally disagree with. I think that people are scared what's going on in their cities because these Democrat cities have turned to shit. They're woke and they turn to shit, and it's really crazy how like their mayor there, which was a former officer, right? He's basically like he's very lenient on crime. He's soft on crime, and you know people like this who has been arrested 42 times in the past, who has 42 times, bitch. How can someone get arrested 42 times and not be in prison? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like the man wasn't that old to be arrested 42 times. Don't you think that he should have been in prison for 42 years probably? Like yeah, he probably should. Like why would you, if a person has been arrested for 42 times, he should be arrested probably double that. You know what I mean? Like I just don't get it. Like it's a clown world for me. But nevertheless, I just want to say some things that like you guys probably have not listened to. Like this is probably a different perspective. You probably never read about it. But the reason why he's crazy and the reason why he's insane. I'm not trying to say that like all the things he's done is valid. I'm not trying to say that, but the reason why he was crazy is because his mother was killed by his stepfather in 2007, and ever since, like the family literally says that like he's like hasn't been right since. Honestly, when I read his story and why he became who he became, dude, I honestly, I put myself in his shoes, right? And I was sitting here thinking, like, if my mother was murdered by someone that she's supposedly supposed to love, and they're supposed to be in love, I would be crazy too. But at the same time, here we go. See, like, I'm very devil's advocate. At the same time, I wouldn't want to become a homeless person because of it. I would think that my mother would want me to be better than that. I wouldn't try to, like, take my pain and pit it against the world, because the world didn't have nothing to do with it. But then again, as I play devil's advocate, who knows what I would do if something badly happened to one of my parents? I would probably go crazy. I would probably do some crazy shit. But I think the moral of the story is it doesn't. There's no excuse for it. It's a crime is a crime, and you should pay for it. And these cities, when these people are mentally ill and they are going through things like that, therapy, of like, even the fucking family, okay, like the family out here saying, like, the guy who chokehold Jordan Neely should be in prison, whatever, like that. Like, to be honest, why wasn't the family for Jordan Neely? Like, why hasn't the family been there for him? But all of a sudden, when he dies, they want to be all up in his face and all in his grill at the funeral. This is the thing with our society, especially with Black culture. You guys, when you know that people in your family is going through it and they are having a hard time, where they're going to be in the streets doing lewd and lascivious things, you need to be a family member to those people. Like, honestly, they are ruining other people's lives. They are taking their pain that the family has not tried to heal, and they are putting it into the fucking world. And that's what happened to Jordan Neely. I honestly blame the family. I blame the family, honestly. And because this is what's going on in our society. People are carrying their pain, and they are putting it onto others who do not deserve it. And what's really crazy is, like, like I said, any person who try to push another person off, like, into a train track, they probably deserve what was coming to them. I'm sorry, but, like, it's true. Jordan Neely, despite his story and despite me, like, also having heartstrings for the guy, for, like, his mom was murdered by his stepfather, it's no excuse for you to go out and take your pain and try to hurt others in the world because you're going through it mentally.
What, nigga? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nigga, what, nigga? Fuck out of here, nigga. I'll call a cop. Punch me, nigga. I'll call a cop. You gonna do something? Whoa, swinging, huh? Swinging, man, huh? Call the cop, nigga. I'll call the cop. I will. I will. You ain't gonna do enough.
It's really unfortunate, and for a person to be arrested over 42 times, what he did, it was bound to have some consequences and repercussions. People are becoming their own fucking policemen now. And if I was in that situation, I probably would have done the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's either you or them. That's how I feel about the situation, honestly. And to see these people that go out here and protest on the train tracks, I'm so happy you guys are probably going to be arrested, bitch. Because honestly, I'm so sick of y'all. Every time a Black person gets killed by another white person, which he didn't even kill him, really. He was just detaining him, and supposedly he fucking died the fucking hospital. He didn't mean for that guy to die. He did not mean for that guy to die. He was just trying to protect himself and the people on the fucking And also there was other people too that was, like, assisting the man that was putting him in the chokehold. It was Black, it was Mexican, like. So it wasn't about race, okay? It was about trying to protect your own self, because the fucking city is going to shit, okay? It is what it is. I probably would have maced the guy. I'm sorry, like, I probably would have. It's just really sad how the media panders and try to paint this picture, but it's like, dude, the biggest issue is Black on Black crime, but no one wants to talk about that. Why hasn't no one really, like, the people on the left, why hasn't no one really talked about what happened to Arenah Preston? I'm going to get into that now. We're going to Chicago now, bitch. Because honestly, it's a sad story. It's a fucking really sad story. She was a hard worker. She went to college. My friend, with the guy that was that I collabed with like a few months ago, Enrico, he knew her. And honestly, it made me so sad, honestly, to even talk about that with him, and because you just never know, like, you can know a person one day and the next day they can be gone. And that's something that really makes me so sad. Like, y'all don't understand. These people in these blue cities, like, they are letting these people get away with murder, bitch. Like, honestly, it's disgusting. Like, I can't stand it. It the black culture is so insane. Like, if you really look at the data, the statistics, and how, like, men without their fathers and stuff like that, the black community, it shows how disgusting, like, how our culture has painted us, and it has made us fall to a whole new low, where, like, we are robbing people in the daylight. We are killing people in the daylight. It's insane, and no one wants to talk about that. Why hasn't no one on the left show as much compassion as what happened to Arenah Preston? What these fucking hooligans did to Arenah Preston. It's the hypocrisy of it all. It's all the narrative is what makes me so sick, and it shows how much you don't care. If you cared, you would want a solution to what happened and what's going on in fucking Chicago. The fucking mayor is a fucking progressive dumbass who doesn't want Chicago to be better. You know this, but these people have voted this motherfucker in, bitch. They have voted him in. You had Lori Lightfoot, who literally basically burned down Chicago. I swear to God, burned down Chicago. And you put in another person who's even worse. It's insane. And honestly, it's like, I'm happy that, when she was getting robbed and stuff like that, she put up a fight, she shot back, but unfortunately she lost her life. And it's sad that, like, the policemen don't really have that much power, but I'm happy that they found the people that have done it, that was coming after her, because it's just, dude, it's so sad. Like, it's honestly so sad. And these people, they were all in these robberies and stuff like that too, like, and they were so young too. That's the thing too. It's these gangs, it's the violent crimes within the black community, and how what the culture that we've created to, smoke, do coke, have the girls, do the cars, rob, do this, do that. It's like, what are you gonna expect from these teens that when that's all they listen to, that's all they know. That's all they listen to, that's all they know. And they wind up killing their own for that money, for that clout, for that, the gang acceptance. It's insane. And what I've heard and what I've learned from, like, my friends, she was a good person, always had a smile on her face, it's really sad when the good people, lose their life, and it sickens me. It honestly sickens me. And I'm happy that they found these people. I hope they get put under the jail. They said that the 16-year-old is also going to be charged as an adult, which is really good. And I'm happy about that. And I hope they spend the rest of their life in jail. I hope this gives them a lesson. I hope it does. I hope it's life, honestly, because it's unforgivable. And I feel so sorry for, like, the family. It's like, I couldn't imagine if one of my cousins, or someone that I knew, like, I just couldn't imagine. I honestly, I have no words for that. I pour my heart out for this, because it's important that we talk about this, and it's important that we change, these blue cities and these policies that are very destructive to our own communities. Whether or not you're black or white or Hispanic, it doesn't matter. It's important that we, as a country, if we see things that are bad and what's going on in our cities, we need to vote the right way and make sure we put people in office that has our best interests. You know what I mean? Because this is all because of the soft on crime policy that's going on, and it's really sad how the liberals, they don't want to talk about that, but they want to talk about when it comes to like a white person or a black person. It's the hypocrisy for me, and that's mainly what I want to talk about, and mainly why I detest the left so much. It's because of that hypocrisy, honestly. Okay, you guys, so like we have another thing to talk about, which is Trump and this whole like lawsuit that Jean Carroll put on him because she said that he basically raped her in the 1990s, basically. Dude, I'm so sick of like these old hags, these dried up old hags that are trying to come out and put a manhunt on people. And even Trump, like in general, I'm so sick of women doing this because if you did not say something then, why the fuck you saying it now, bitch? And why every time when things like this happen, it's always when the man has like reached like this certain status where like, they're famous or like, whatever, they have billions upon billions of dollars. It's always these women that come out of the woodwork to say things like this, but they never find any evidence of the rape, which it because you took too fucking long, bitch. Like, and even if it was like even if they tried to find something now, it's not gonna matter. Like it's not gonna matter because you should have done it then. Okay, so the jury didn't even find that he was even like there was no evidence that she got raped by him. So like I don't understand why he has to pay $5 million. Why? Because like he said that she wasn't his type. Which I mean, like if you look at the old hag, she doesn't look like his type, anyways. Okay, like look at Melania and look at Jean. Come on now, let's actually get real about the shit. Okay, we all know this is a witch hunt. We all know that like these judges they've literally vowed to go and get Trump and try to like defame him into like their political opposition trying to take down their opposition basically, you know what I mean? And it's really unfortunate how we have to come down to this and we can't actually just like coexist, that we just don't like a certain person because of their political views and just coexist and be able to vote for what we want. Why we have to have this tension, why we have to take down our opposition. This is getting very communist vibe. Okay, this is very commie. Like it's almost just like how Zelensky took away the opposition party in his country. Like it's weird. Like that's not what you do. You guys, this whole entire thing is so trash. It's so weak. And honestly, I just can't believe people are out here really saying like, oh yes, he's liable. That means he's going to jail. Like, no, he's not, bitch. Trump is not going to jail. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but he's not going to jail. You are a loser, and he's not going to jail. I'm so sorry to tell you this. Also, why do I look like I'm cut the fuck off? I can't. My. You guys, my ring light is fucked up, so I can't really stand up straight. But this whole entire thing is so funny to me, and like I don't understand why these women, they always come out here like in the last like for decades to say something. Like are we all tired of this? Like tell me down below like how tired you are about this. Like I know like there are women out there probably are actually raped and they don't get to say things because they're scared, but like I'm sorry, but like if I was raped, and I'm just gonna be really real with you guys. Like I'm gonna be really real. If I was ever sexually abused, I would tell someone. I'm sorry. Like if I was actually sexually abused, which she obviously wasn't. If you look at like the CNN segment which she was talking about her supposed rape, dude, just watch.
You don't feel like a victim?
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished. Which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt.
But I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy. Mm.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
Mm. We're going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
Does that actually sound like a person that was sexually assaulted? No, it doesn't. She's a fraud, dude. She just wanted the fucking money. The girl, the woman, they all just wanted to go after Trump. Like, please, we already know this. I'm not even a Trump supporter, but to see people go after people simply because they don't like them, and to go after them because they're complete opposition of what they believe, it's so sickening. It it's not a free country no more if we don't have opposition. It's not a free country. Like, why are people doing this? I don't get it. It makes no sense. But see, another thing too, when I think about it, why they hammer on Ron DeSantis, right? And even in the mix, Trump is going after Ron DeSantis, which is his opposition. But at the same time, if you look at the media, why is the media more favorable to DeSantis? They don't really say that much about DeSantis, in my opinion. That's really, really bad. They go so much after Trump. It's like, should we really? Is DeSantis really for the people, or is he just a rhino, like people are saying? Because if Trump is getting this badly defamed over bullshit, old shit that like literally doesn't matter anymore, like, don't you think that he may be for us? But I don't know. Because at the same time, even Ron DeSantis, like, he went to Israel recently, right? And everyone's like, oh, up his ass. I see like those Israel fucks, like, that is so pro putting Israel first before America. Be like, oh my God, Ron DeSantis, he went to Israel to pin another hate speech law. It's like, why are you going to Israel? Why are you doing this? Why you already signed a hate speech law here for college campuses in your state, right? In Florida, right? And Trump did too during his term. Why are these people so bad? I don't like these people. And I'm so sick of like people being like, oh my God, like the Jewish hate crime shit. Like, dude, they always bring up like it's in New York City, right? New York is ran by soft crime politicians, right? Bitch, anyone can say that anything's a hate crime, okay? Like, you guys, how the fuck is anyone supposed to know what a Jewish person look like? I don't fucking know what a Jewish person look like. I don't care. Like, just like when people be like, oh, it was a hate crime towards a black person. Like, dude, people are robbing people, like killing people left and right because they're mentally crazy anyway. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, I think hate speech is a way to try to take away our American free will to be able to speak. We should not have hate speech laws. Just like in Canada, what they're doing with like, the LGBT people. They're like trying to say that the people who do not like drag queens performing in front of children, they can't protest. That goes against their freedom of speech. Why are we trying to be like Canada? Why are we trying to be like China? Why are we not putting America first? We should be able to have opposition and speak on things that we don't agree with. And to see politicians like Ron DeSantis or Trump put things like that in, it makes me mad. And this is why I just don't fuck with neither of them for real. Because I know they're both bot. They're both bot, okay? But I'm not going to sit back and be like, oh, like, it's so obvious that Trump is being persecuted compared to Ron DeSantis. And I don't know why. There's something about Ron DeSantis that it just ain't right. And there's something else about Trump that's not right. I don't know, you guys. What I know is like this lawsuit, the civil lawsuit that happened between Donald Trump and Carroll is a bag of shit. And they didn't even find any evidence that he raped her. And she literally got $5 million simply because he said that she wasn't his type, bitch. She isn't his type, bitch. We already know. Look at the bitch. Okay?
The next, go ahead. That she's not my type? Yeah, because it's not politically correct to say it, and I know that, but I'll say it anyway. She's accusing me of rape. A woman that I have no idea who she is. It came out of the blue. She's accusing me of rape, of raping her. The worst thing you can do, the worst charge, and you know it's not true too. You're a political operative also. You're a disgrace. But she's accusing me, and so are you, of rape, and it never took place. And I will tell you, I made that statement, and I said, while it's politically incorrect, she's not my type, and that's 100% true. She's not my.
Okay. Anyways, I'm done. I'm done ranting for the day. That's something that I really want to talk about. I'm done. I can't. You guys, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to be yourself, no one else. My phone's about to die. I gotta go. I have to go to work. Okay. Bye. Love you.